Alright, so that is the news I want to share with you this week. So check this title. Coronavirus shows cash is king even for big US companies. I think this news can give us some good idea about cash. In the past, we usually care about net profits of the firms or the overall profit of the industry. This news tells us that in sometimes we have to concern about the cash reserves of the companies. And just quickly show you some statistics. Okay, for example, this one, cash burn. See, that is a very interesting statistics. Think about that. If these companies, if we ask all the companies today keep their existing operations, which means they don't cut any cost and expenditure. In this situation, how many days they can survive? So that is the result. That is the cash burn result. So number one is, whoa. So anyone knows the number one company? Yeah, definitely you know this, right? That's a luxury brand. And one student asked a very interesting question: why this company can survive in such a long term without any cost restructuring? That is because they are a profitable company. In the past, they accumulate huge cash. So that is the reason in downturn they can survive. They can still survive without cutting any cost. So without cutting their costs, they can survive 154 days. Wow, that is amazing. Okay, that is amazing. Other retailers like Gap, TJX, Best Buy, Nordstrom, Macy's, and you can see that they have the cash problem in the next couple months. If the U.S. economy has no good signal, we can expect that all the big retailers, they will have the big troubles. So this gives us a very good idea how important cash is in downturn. Okay, so that is the one. And let's check the next. Alright, that is the next. Factors list. Alright, so here we have the debt to equity ratios. And using these ratios, we know some companies have very high burden, very high debt burden. So, in the downturn, if you have very high debt burden, you will quickly run out of cash. And that will let the companies fall into big troubles. So here we can see that some companies might have the big troubles in the next couple of weeks. Okay, you will see that we'll have the troubles. The first one is the Lockheed Martin, and the second one GM. All right, Ford. So you can see like these companies, they have a very they have big fixed assets, and now their consumer market face the big troubles. So it made them very difficult to create cash to maintain their operation. So in a couple following weeks, we will see that the U.S. government will, will support it. They will give them loans or give them some debt extension to help them. All right, so that is the second one. And let's see, there should be the other. Okay, cash out. All right. So over in the last 12 months, you see some firms still give the dividends to their shareholders. They're pretty kind. They still let their shareholders have the dividends. And who are they? Okay, Marriott, Macy's. Okay, you see that they still give them very high dividends. And some company in this list probably will have the trouble if they give out too much dividends to their shareholders in the past 12 months. Why? Because now they need cash. Okay, now they need cash. They have to save cash to help to support their operations. So like Ford. Okay, like Ford. Ford in the last 12 months was pretty kind. They gave their shareholders very high dividends, but now they face the economic downturn, so that might hurt their operations. So we can expect that Ford in next few weeks they have to lay off people, okay, or they have to downsize their operations to keep the company survive. Okay, so that's the cash out. And what else? Okay, no, right? Okay, so in this news, you can get a very good you can understand how important the cash is in downturn. And you know, usually we ignore the importance of the cash. We always care about net income, right? You know, when we check the balance sheet, we check the income statement. The first thing we look at is the revenue, and the second thing we look at is the net profits, right? So we always like to see the revenue is increasing and the net profit is positive and increasing, right? So usually we check these two. We call it top line and bottom lines, right? We check the top lines and bottom lines. But in downturn, we have to consider the cash flow. In some industries, cash flow management is very important. For example, retailers, they have to manage their cash flow carefully. Okay, let me give you an example. Here, that is a JD. JD stands for Jingdong. Jingdong is the largest online retailer in China. Okay, just like Amazon. It's a B2C platform. It's not like you know, Taobao or Tmall. It is an Amazon type retailer. So this type of retailers, they buy goods from upstream suppliers and later they sell to customers. Okay, so that is a very typical retailing model. And JD.com. Okay. Take this company as an example. This company manage their cash in a very detailed way. We know that they collect cash immediately from the customer when the transaction is done, right? So we know this side, that is the customer. Okay, so customer pay immediately, and the JD.com receive the cash almost at the same time, right? So they have the very good cash inflow, and they later have to pay bills to their upstream suppliers. So we know that they have the upstream suppliers here, okay, but they will not pay bills immediately to their suppliers. Actually, they will wait a couple months. Do you know how many days they usually will wait? How many days they will hold bills till they pay to the suppliers? How many days? 40. Oh, that is too short. Come on, extend. You have to, you know, as a JD, they always try to extend the period of the bill payment, right? They will try to keep it longer, let it longer as possible. So how many days? 40 is too short. So 40 is too short. In China? I would say 2 to 3 months. 2 to 3 months. Yes, 3 months. Actually, 90 days. Okay, 90 days. Alright? So we see that you collect the cash from buyers immediately, right? You have the cash right now, but you will pay cash to your upstream suppliers in 90 days. So we see there is a mismatch, right? There is a mismatch. Okay, so there must be a mismatch. And this mismatch shows JD.com has the capability to create positive cash flow. And that is very important to this retailer. You know, if they can keep making positive cash flow, this positive cash inflow, that will be that shows that they have a very strong capability to negotiate with their upstream suppliers, right? Sometimes they will ask their suppliers to wait 6 months to get the cash from JD. 6 months, that is pretty terrible, right? So if they can keep continually make positive cash flow, we know they must have very strong bargaining power over their upstream suppliers. And this mismatch actually can have other benefits. Okay, for example, think about that. There are some smaller suppliers, right? Always there are some smaller suppliers, okay, yeah. The suppliers make the battery, okay? Let's think about there are many smaller suppliers make battery, right? And if the JD asks them to wait 90 days to 180 days, this type of company might face financial troubles, right? They don't have the cash. How can they run their business? How can they make their products? So if these smaller factories, smaller brands have to wait 90 days to 180 days, they must fall into the short of the cash. So JD see their suppliers will fall into troubles, and JD will try to help. They use the term help. They will try to help their upstream suppliers. The thing about that, how will JD help their upstream suppliers if they face the short of cash? How will they help them? Their upstream suppliers, now they run out of cash, right? They have to wait 90 to 180 days to collect cash from JD.com. So in this period, they run out of cash. Okay? And the JD said that we can help you. We can help you to maintain your operation. So what exactly JD will do to help their upstream suppliers? Think about that. Pay earlier? Definitely not, right? They definitely will not pay earlier. So what exactly they will do? 你想一下上游的 ，OK， 上游的因为它等很久嘛，对不对？在等很久的状况之下，他就没有钱可以买材料，可以生产东西嘛，对不对？那之后 JD 就跳出来就说，我们可以帮助上游，对不对？ The thing about that, what exactly JD will do to help their upstream suppliers? They need money, they need cash, so.
Maybe they will try to acquire more customers. Acquire more customers.
Acquire more customers, but if JD really sell this battery very well,